Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 5.
We begin with breaking news tonight. A large fire at Columbia Park that has been burning now for hours. Firefighters have blocked off a large portion of Columbia Park Trail, and this is why they don't want people anywhere near this. The Kennewick Fire Chief says right now there's no danger to buildings. There's no danger that we know of to people. But again, they want people to stay as far away from this as possible to give crews room to keep this fire contained. It's not clear how this started. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Jason Valentine, and also we're expecting some storms later on tonight, but in the meantime those systems are bringing a lot of wind, which is not going to be helping. You were out there at the fire.
Yeah.
Those flames were huge.
Well, and the wind is not helping because every time the flames would kind of die down, then the wind comes in and it soups it right back up.
Absolutely, and our Skycam actually has a live look at the fire right now. This is from our Geisa Stadium cam, and again, the fire continues to go. If you do have some tolerance to smoke or non-tolerance, do know we have smoke going into the Kennewick area. So we do have winds picking up into the evening hours. We're keeping an eye on showers and possible thunderstorms. We've seen thunderstorms kind of surrounding our areas, but we are moving into more of our areas getting it in the next probably couple of hours, possibly as far as 8 o'clock. But we do expect shower activity to come in for all of our areas into tomorrow. Now, folks, we lost a little bit of heat from yesterday, but still staying warm, 77 right now in Yakima. As we move over into the lovely Tri-Cities area, we're at 75. So we have much cooler temperatures on the way. And let's get back to this fire going on at Columbia Park. KAPP KVEW's Madeline Hagan joins us live in Kennewick. And Maddie, we're seeing a lot of smoke out there, and the wind, it's not helping matters either.
Yeah, Jason, Alyssa, and the smoke that we're seeing from this fire has kind of created a little bit of a hazy situation in Kennewick. Now, I want to give you a closer look at the smoke because it really hasn't stopped since it first broke out this afternoon. We're located off of Canal and Perry in Kennewick above the fire because officials have closed off Columbia Park Trail near the park and the golf course unless you're a first responder. Now, here's a closer look from the scene earlier today. You can see that large response to this fire breaking out near Paul Parrish Drive and Columbia Park. Lots of fire crews called to the scene. We heard that even the Pasco fireboat responded to the fire. We're still not sure, like Alyssa said, how this fire exactly began. But the wind is certainly not making things any easier for firefighters. We can still see kind of the smoke starting to grow close to the river. Lots of fire crews responding to the scene. If you are in the area, you should avoid the area. And if you're driving on Canal, I do want to say we've seen a lot of people slowing down on Canal Drive to take a look at the fire. Not a good idea. That could cause an accident. Keep moving. Allow crews to do their job and put out this fire. Of course, we're working to gather more information about how it started and when crews might have this out. For now, reporting live in Kennewick, I'm Madeline Hagan. Jason, Alyssa, back to you guys.
I know.
Just scary stuff because those flames with this wind, we don't know how big this could grow. Hopefully they're able to contain it.
Right, and some of the good thing that's happening is it's on the river side of Columbia Park Trail. So it's, again, not going to spread up the hill, hopefully. But then again, we also can't see how big exactly this is. All we're seeing is all that smoke that you were showing us on the tower cam earlier.
Yeah, and we have one more different shot from our Columbia Point Skycam, if we can go to the weather computer, guys. And we do have more, you can see flames at times coming out and just quite a lot of smoke. And as Maddie said, if you are driving past the area, don't slow down. Don't be a looky-loo. They need people to keep moving on, and please avoid the area if you can.
And of course, we'll keep you updated right here on KAPP KVEW, so there's no need to go look at it in person.
Correct.
That's very dangerous. Please don't do that. Now tonight, the search for a suspect continues after he was accused of shooting a teenager. Police are still trying to piece together where this all took place. A victim, we do know, ended up in a Richland ER. Richland police were searching the neighborhood adjacent to Richland High School this afternoon because that's where investigators were originally told by the victim they should look. But several schools in the area went on lockdown as a precaution. But then police say the victim's story changed. Officers were told the shooting happened actually in Benton City, nowhere near Richland High School. Still, community safety is still at the forefront of officers' minds.
The important thing is the safety and security of the students and the community members that are in that general area. So, I I think that that's probably the paramount thing that they're considering is the overall safety of our community and our kids that are at the school.
Now, the lockdowns were lifted about an hour after the first calls came in. Investigators haven't yet released where in Benton City this shooting happened, and Richland police said they're working with the Benton County Sheriff's Office to continue the investigation. The teen's injury, we're told, was not life-threatening. And tonight we have an update on the victim fatally shot by Yakima police yesterday. Police had previously reported it was a 27-year-old man. Authorities have now identified that man as 39-year-old Sergio Ordana Mata. According to police, 3 YPD officers shot at the man who was having a mental health crisis on his front lawn and allegedly had a weapon in his hand. Police say they asked the man to put that weapon down multiple times. At one point, they did fire at him.
The decedent's name is Sergio Orduna Mata. The manner of death is homicide. The cause of death is a gunshot wound to the torso.
Those YPD officers are on administrative leave, and authorities say they'll be releasing the names of the officers and talking about how long they've been with the department. That is expected soon. Well, Washington Governor Jay Inslee took action on more than 6 dozen bills today, including one that requires the state to keep paying hospitals for Medicaid or Medicare patients when they don't need intensive care anymore, but they still need a nursing home or assisted living care, and they can't make that transfer yet. The Washington State Hospital Association has said previously they're struggling to find places for people once they're ready to leave the hospital, but not able to go home just yet. And the governor also signed a new law that will increase the punishment for illegal racing and other potentially dangerous road stunts. Starting on January 1st of next year, if you get arrested for street racing, you can lose access to your vehicle for 3 days. If you're convicted more than once, you could lose the vehicle entirely. And Washington is about to get a state dinosaur. Governor Inslee taking action on that proposal coming up this evening. The Sushisaurus Rex was the first and so far only dinosaur discovered in the state of Washington. That was 11 years ago this month. We'll be talking more about the governor's signing of that bill and why this is important in the state of Washington coming up in just a few minutes.
The Sushisaurus?
Sushisaurus, discovered out in the San Juan Islands.
Okay, perfect. You can go with pickleball, our official state sport.
Yes, just a little quirky.
Okay, all right.
Well, today the city of Kennewick held a ribbon cutting for a new 6 million gallon reservoir and pumping station.
The mayor says businesses and residents have identified safe water as their #1 item to be addressed. The water storage reservoir improvements include a new access road, new water transmission mains across the site, the new reservoir and pumping station, an on-site overflow detention basin, and the demolition of the existing reservoir. Public Works Director Carrie Rowe explained that this process took just a few years to complete.
And it took about 3 years to get from start to finish. It was March 2020. We formally completed in March of 2023.
The city says the new infrastructure will benefit the community by providing clean, reliable water and fire protection to residents and businesses. The new pumping station was designed to support another several million-gallon reservoir in the future to accommodate the growing community. It's located at 18th Avenue in Kellogg Street in Kennewick.
The number of people filing initial unemployment claims went up last week. The Labor Department says there were 242,000 first-time claims. That's up 13,000 from the week before. So if we take a broader look at the numbers, the weekly unemployment claims have been trending up. The 4-week average of nearly 240,000 is about 40,000 higher than 6 months ago. It's a sign that the U.S. labor market is softening. And the ultra-competitive application window to become an FAA air traffic controller opens tomorrow. This happens once a year for only 3 days.
Okay. Pete Muntean went on to a top air traffic control university to find out what it takes to be a competitive applicant.
The FAA says nationwide, 2 in every 10 controller jobs are empty. The problem is so severe at a key facility in New York that the FAA is warning summer delays at the area's 3 main airports could rise by 45%.
It's a chilling message that we're not able to fly the routes at that level because we don't have enough air traffic controllers.
Now, the federal government is scrambling to play catch up, opening a rare hiring window Friday. Last year, it was flooded with 58,000 applications. That's 38 candidates for every one opening.
It's the backbone for aviation.
Cameron Smith is one of the air traffic control students here at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Florida, hitting submit on his application. FAA hiring slowed down during the pandemic. Professor and former FAA official Michael McCormick says compounding the problem, the agency shuttered its training academy.
Over time, this builds, and that's why we have such a gap now in the training of controllers, and they need to hire so many more.
Students practice lining up flights for takeoff and landing, issuing fast, specific instructions with no margin for error. It can take 3 years for the FAA to fully train recruits. Acting Administrator Billy Nolan insists hiring is on schedule, but it might not be fast enough to keep flights on schedule this summer.
We're hiring over the next 2 years, 3,300 additional controllers. That'll give us a net plus up of about 500, accounting for retirements and attrition.
And the rigorous application process includes an aptitude test, medical exam, and psychological assessment. And if the FAA receives enough applications when the windows open Friday, the agency could close it almost right away.
Preparations are now underway for one of Spokane's biggest community events, the Bloomsday Race. Again, it's one of the biggest events on this side of the state even. Thousands of Bloomies, as they're called, can walk, run, or roll the famous 7.46-mile course. More than 30,000 people have registered for the race so far this year. It's coming up on Sunday. Organizers say if you're traveling in that area, be prepared for delays, problems finding parking, road closures. Jason,
Yes.
if you're going to Spokane this weekend and don't know about Bloomsday, this is going to be a nightmare.
Drive Friday night and leave on Sunday.
Yes.
Saturday is, I grew up in Spokane, and it was always quite the kids would wear their new t-shirts. You get a t-shirt for finishing to school on the next Monday. But I've never heard them called Bloomies before.
I hadn't heard that either. It is an exciting time to be in Spokane, though. If you're into running, or if
Yes.
you have a friend or family member who's into running, you're probably going to be there and you're going to enjoy it.
Absolutely. All right, folks, quick look outside. We are keeping track of that fire in Columbia Park. Also, I'm keeping track of your forecast. That's next on KAPP Local News at 5.
And still ahead, how a New York transplant to West Richland is working to connect customers to their food, and how her small business is taking off. We'll be right back.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Oh my gosh, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman? Hustling in for the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu? Oh, 5 iconic flavors here for a limited time, like new peanut butter puppy chow.
Wow.
And s'mores is back.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow is right.
Hey guys.
Whoa.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Hustle in before it's gone.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Join us at Geisa Stadium on May 17th for the second annual Salute to Seniors. At 12:30, enjoy an all-you-can-eat and drink buffet before catching the Dust Devils action at 1:30. Don't miss out on this fun-filled day celebrating our beloved seniors.
I just turned 37 and I found a lump. By the time that I had it checked out and was able to get in and see a doctor and all that, I was at stage 3. Part of the reason I think that I didn't go get it checked out right away is that I was really scared. When I got the call, it was gone. It was such a huge relief. Even if you don't feel that it's in you, that you have a lump or you have a reason to get checked, you are a woman, get checked.
Tonight, the showdown over the debt ceiling with America's economy at stake. Plus, the trial against former President Trump, where the case stands. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
The biggest Jeopardy event ever is in prime time. Monday, 6 all-time greats.
What is grit?
Who's Caro?
What is Mean Girls?
One incredible tournament.
Oh,
I think you should get this checked out.
Bring it.
Who
will be crowned the first ever Jeopardy Masters champion. If we have any more games like that, I don't know if my heart is going to hold out.
Jeopardy Masters primetime event starts Monday 8/7 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by Wild Horse Resort and Casino and the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 14th through 20th.
Welcome back. And how often do you know where your food was grown or how? The goal of a West Richland farmer, while ensuring her animals nourish the land, not deplete it, is to get people connected.
All right, she says this concept isn't anything new. We've heard the term of sustainable farming, and now in the ag world, regenerative is now taking its place. It's the mission of Pearl Jack Farm. The farm takes a little more work and money, but the owner says practices like pasture rotation will benefit the land, most importantly the soil, in the long run. Now, it's not a new practice, but rather a way of getting back to the roots of agriculture.
It used to be sustainable farming, and then it switched to regenerative. And I think that was a really important mindset shift that happened in our community, where it was like, we're not just trying to be sustainable, we're not just trying to sustain this property, we're actually trying to improve it and get it even a little bit more wild.
Pearl Jack Farm was recently recognized by a national organization, Food Animal Concerns Trust, who awarded her a grant to scale her farming operations.
All right, Washington is about to get a state dinosaur, as we've mentioned before. Governor Inslee signed that proposal this evening. The Sutrosaurus Rex was the first and so far only dinosaur discovered in the state of Washington. That was 11 years ago this month. So far, researchers don't know much about it, but the reason that this became the state dinosaur, that bills like this one give kids a chance to see how the legislature works with something that they really care about. In fact, some elementary school students actually went through the process of testifying in favor of this bill, which is now law.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday evening, everyone. We're continuing to track the fire that's on the Kennewick side of the Columbia River, right at Columbia Park. No buildings, at least so far, are in danger, but we still see quite a bit of smoke coming from that area. And folks, our weather forecast is not helping out, with winds continuing into the evening hours. So rain into tomorrow. We have some rain starting to get into our area slowly, but we do expect that tonight into tomorrow. Best chance for thunder and lightning will be this evening. Then as we see things transition to cooler temperatures overnight into tomorrow, we just expect some light rain for tomorrow, and that big temperature drop-off is coming as we get into tonight into tomorrow. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar, and we have the front right here slowly getting close to the Blue Mountain region. It is on the eastern slopes right now, and we do have some electricity into it, and we do expect this to barrel into all of our areas as we head into our evening hours. So now what's going on? This is the big picture for tomorrow. This low pressure system is taking over, bringing in much cooler temperatures from up north, and it's just going to continue to bring in very light rain into our areas. It's going to look like almost October as we get into tomorrow, after looking like July as we were in yesterday. So for our futurecast, here's what we're looking at. This is quite a lot of shower activity coming in to our areas. There could be a little bit of electricity involved in that, especially as we get to around midnight. But then we'll transition to more light rain into our morning hours and into as we get along into our Friday. So some spotty showers for your Friday. Saturday, it's going to settle down mostly, but as we get to our evening hours, we could see a little bit more shower activity coming in very late from the south. That should be pretty quick and abate by the time we get to Sunday morning. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Current temperatures, we are all over the place. 66 for Pendleton, 68 for Ellensburg. Other than that, we're in the mid to upper 70s. We were in the upper 70s across the board just about an hour ago, but we're going to start to see those cooler temperatures start to creep in as we get to, of course, our overnight period, where we're staying warm in the 50s, where we really have been. But as we get to tomorrow, we're going to get to the upper 50s, maybe some lower 60s. Then we'll get right below our average as we head into our weekend and our next work week. So definitely a cooling trend is on the way, but getting a little bit warmer than we saw yesterday. So winds, again, with that fire at Columbia Park not helping matters. 21 mile per hour winds in the Tri-Cities. This is the winds we were expecting. 15 to 25 mile per hour. Those will start to slow down as we get to tomorrow, to about 10 to 15 tomorrow morning. So a little bit less wind for your day tomorrow. Then we're just going to level out as we head into our weekend or the next work week, right around 10 mile per hour to 15 mile per hour winds. Hey, our golf forecast. A lot of folks asking me after that wonderful day we had over the weekend if it's going to continue. Well, folks, big changes. Of course, tomorrow is the worst day for golfing. Looking much better for Saturday and Sunday, but get ready for those cool temperatures to continue there. Overnight tonight, we are in the lower 50s, upper 40s. Again, on par with what we've seen. Again, showers likely, transitioning into light showers tomorrow. Lower 60s, upper 50s as we cool down. And again, folks, we hit 90 degrees just yesterday. So Tri-Cities area back up to 70 for your Saturday, but we are below our average as we head into the rest of our work week. Looks like a good chance of some showers on your Monday. Overnight lows, upper 40s, lower 50s. So folks, a cooling trend with some wetness is on the way. Yakima area, mid 60s after tomorrow's lower 50, and slowly warming up into our next work week. So folks, get ready for, again, shower activity tonight in the next 3 to 4 hours. Could even be some electricity in that, transitioning overnight to light rain for your morning commute with windy conditions tomorrow morning, then abating to around 10 to 15 miles per hour. But those cool temperatures are coming tomorrow.
Thanks, Jason. And up next on KAPP KVEW Local News, you've heard the dangers of lithium-ion batteries for years now. Tonight, we're taking that further. We'll hear from a person who almost lost his home to one of these batteries. We'll be right back.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it, crush it with Mavyret.
Conquer it with Mavyret.
Cure it with Mavyret. Mavyret cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavyret stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavyret with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Mavyret.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavyret.
Ask your doctor about Mavyret. AbbVie could help you save.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
I want to be smarter with my spending now. And that's what we're here for.
Find a healthier approach to money at Gisa.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your club wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
It's a story that's been trending all day. Ed Sheeran is not guilty of breaking copyright law with his hit, Thinking Out Loud.
All right, the panel found the singer-songwriter did not wrongfully copy compositional elements from Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. After the verdict was announced, Sheeran said he was happy with the outcome while expressing frustration that such cases make it to court in the first place.
We spent the last 8 years talking about 2 songs with dramatically different lyrics, melodies, and 4 chords which are also different and used by songwriters every day all over the world. These chords are common building blocks which were used to create music long before Let's Get It On was written, and will be used to make music long after we are all gone.
According to Sheeran's defense attorneys, the 2 songs, again, like you said, have different melodies and feature chords common in pop music.
You know, there's just some chords that make you happy.
Exactly. So, I think that's a tough thing to prove. It has been proven in the past when it's pretty overt.
Yeah.
But it's tough to prove. All right, folks, we have a final look at weather when we come back.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Steps to a brighter future with Merit Resource Services.
When you are in need of substance abuse disorder treatment and your burdens are too much to bear alone, Merit will help. Our experienced and certified staff offers support recovery for all in need by providing access to quality assessment, education, integrated treatment services, and co-occurring services for substance abuse and behavioral health needs. Merit Resource Services, where we believe in recovery for all.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just 1 line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just 1 line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get 1 line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
Woo! Zip line at triple play, baby! I don't have wings, but I'm flying! Look, I'm a pterodactyl! Ah! Spoiler alert, it goes backwards too! Hey Astrid, what's up, girl? Oh, me? Just zipping along on the zip train.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride, and it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
You know I'm gonna give this 2 talons up.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away, to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
New tonight at 6, we're talking about the potential dangers of lithium-ion batteries. They're used to power everything from electric cars to cell phones, even the cameras that we use for the news every day.
Oof.
Usually they work just fine until they don't. So coming up at 6, we'll hear from one Eastern Washington broadcaster who says he nearly lost his home to a battery that caught fire on the charger while he was out of town. We'll also be talking about some of the ways to protect your family. Jason, this is scary stuff.
Yes. Again, odds are it won't, but there still is the chance. A quick look outside at our Giza Stadium sky cam. It does look like the smoke is dissipating just a little bit from that fire at Columbia Park, again, on the Kennewick side of the Columbia. So we're keeping a close eye on that. We'll, of course, have an update on KAPP Local News at 6. For your weather, look at how much cooler it is going to be tomorrow. Our overnight lows, lower 50s, Alyssa. Our highs tomorrow, upper 50s. It's going to feel like late October tomorrow with plenty of clouds. And again, folks, showers in the next about 3 to 4 hours for all of our areas. And then we'll start to see it transition from possible thunder and lightning to light rain tomorrow into all day.
So we're basically saying we hope you enjoyed summer because it's done.
Yeah, briefly.
All right, thanks so much for watching. We're back tonight at 6.